It's 12 noon on this Monday afternoon, November 19th, 2018. It is time now for the Peter News Report on this Monday afternoon, November 19th, 2018. Good afternoon, everybody. I am Peter J. Wiggins. It is 12 noon on this Monday afternoon, and it is 47 degrees in North Massachusetts. Top stories on the Peter Channel News Report is Will McRaven responds to Donald Trump calling him Hurley Becker, while President Trump's Fox News Sunday interview with Chris Walsh shows his ineptness. California on 40 days race wildfire, death toll to 80, the low number of the missing persons. President Trump further derives political map for 2020 as he takes all the oxygen and out. Governor calls for a resignation of an official who referred to the master race. In Senate Committee and White House, correspondent administration and list for Ron Chernow as Speaker. Broward County Election Chief is nominated for the Spartan Recount effort. Senate Democrats to block Matt Whitaker from serving as Attorney General. Theresa May said Brexit will stop EU national German queer ad of non-EU workers. Jamal Khashoggi murder is an invention in speech by King Solomon. Israeli government grassroots raises fresh doubts for a U.S. peace plan. Hunter ran to the bill for release of Zachary Ratcliffe. Driver tries to evade police, slams into two vehicles at busy Providence intersection. Home builder confidence plummets the lowest level in more than 2 years. Demand stalls. David's battle files for bankruptcy but orders won't be affected. And new leadership in GE Power reorganization. Looking at stocks now. Down 399.91 at 25.13.31. That's B5 down 42.67 at 2693.68. And Nasdaq down 184.01 at 76.3.40. As Apple and chips lead tech shares lower. Pollution in China is reaching such critically high levels in places like Hebei province. Saudi officials, Yemen told peace talks soon. Germany, France ban 18 in Khashoggi case for entry. Kim Jong-un applauds North Korea glass factory during visit. North and South Korean delegates with mutual business interests celebrated process aggressive Korean ties at North Korea's Mount Kamang on Monday. And Israeli cabinet members said Monday will acquit if not appointed to replace Defense Minister Avigdor Lieberman stated wants to take a hard line against terror. The body of a North Carolina teacher who had been missing for nearly a month from Mexico had been recovered. The governor of Mexican state 2 hours said. Arctic blast could set workers for quota Thanksgiving at an off feast. Civil rights groups will challenge Trump's political season. Asylum seekers in court. In Brockton, a 27-year-old police officer was terminated last week after he was initially put on leave following his benefit of arrest. He was accused of assaulting his girlfriend. In Brockton, a state police officer accused of assaulting his girlfriend has been fired following his arrest at a Connecticut casino last month. The enterprise has learned that Jamal A. Johnson, a patrol officer for the Brockton Police Department, was initially placed on administrative leave on October 14th, has been terminated. Mayor Bill Conner said in a text message to the enterprise on Monday morning he confirmed the Johnson termination. The mayor deferred to all the comments to city solicitor Philip Nestor as Westridge left with a solicitor. Johnson was placed on leave last month following his arrest by the Massachusetts Pequot Tribal Police Department. The circumstances that led to the arrest would include when the first reported the enterprise on October 26th, but the newspaper later learned that Johnson was accused of slapping his girlfriend at the Grand Pequot Hotel in the Foxwoods on October 13th. 6 officers were the Tribal Police Department overseas Foxwoods were sent to the area outside the hotel early that morning about 2:30 a.m. for a demonstration to speak. Police found Johnson, the parent victim, a 24-year-old woman separated by security. Another officer went to the security guards and surrounded the incident that officers informed that 2 security guards previously encountered the couple in the stairwell of the hotel garage. NASA's InSight Mars lander touches down 1 week from today. Melvin Ice on Mars could save us from dinosaur extinction. Top physicist warns. Potential life-saving peanut allergy drug in the rats, scientists said. Anti-vaccination stronghold in North Carolina hit with a state's worst chickenpox outbreak in 2 decades. 130 U.S. parents plan to skip flu shots for their kids this season, and then there's a fire outbreak at New Jersey Medical Center leaves 11 children dead. Peter Chow. News time is 12:04 on this Monday afternoon, and it's time now for a sports report. The Boston Celtics be in Charlotte taking on the Charlotte Hornets. Game time 7 o'clock. Peter Chow. News time 12:04 on this Monday afternoon, it's time now for Peter Channel Traffic and Transit Check. Baby! Let's start you off at name and theater. Where the line space delays up to 15 minutes due to stable terrain with a door issued to Porter Square. Grand St. Branch between the westbound delays up to 10 minutes due to disabled train with a mechanical problem at Dean Road on the commuter rail. Looking good, and the ferries they are looking good. Okay, let's take a look at the highways and byways in Rhode Island. Newport Bridge on the boat fence, a little slow, 95, southbound side, Nolson, Richmond, Rhode Island. 24, boat fence back on the Berkeley stretch, 3 is southbound side, so the 139, the Marshfield, Route 3, stop and go around the areas of Rockland and Hanover, 7 expressway, the northbound side, so the gas tanks, 93, southbound side, so between Somerville and 96 Bridge and downtown Boston, Masspec, westbound side, a little slow around the 7 expressway, downtown Boston, 93, the northbound side, so 128 in Redden, 128, the northbound side, so 93 in Redden. Central Massachusetts highways are looking good. Western Massachusetts, it's looking good, except the 57 of the westbound side, Lewis and Agawam. In Connecticut, 95 and the northbound side, so between Darien and Norwalk, Mare Parkway, westbound side, sort of Semford, and Mare Parkway, eastbound side, sort of Norwalk stretch. And up in northern New England, 91, northbound side, also Greensboro, Vermont, Interstate 87, 89, 91 and southbound side, so the US Canadian border, and Ottawa 59, the northbound side, so in South Quebec, towards Montreal. Peter Chill News Time. 12:06 on this Monday afternoon. Time now for a weather report. Radar satellite open shows clouds coming much to the region and rain showers lying from east to Thompson, Connecticut, stretching down to Douglas, Massachusetts, and stretching around the 45 quarter from Milford all the way down to Tingsboro, and raining a little bit isolated heavy band of rain showers north of Littleton and down around Marlborough and Hudson, and raining around the Needham area, and raining around the Route 2 quarter from Lumsden on down to Lincoln, and raining from Chelsea all the way up to Gloucester, and raining up in the northeastern portion of Massachusetts from Lowell all the way to Newburyport down to Gloucester, and raining lightly on line from Brookline, New Hampshire all the way down to Plaster, New Hampshire, and then for batch rain stretch from Derry, New Hampshire all the way down to York, Maine, and zooming you out a little bit, show some snow showers on the line from Candia, New Hampshire, and Dover, New Hampshire, and some snow around Portland, Maine, and one Brunswick, Maine, and snow from Lewiston on the Rockland, Maine. And rain south of Putnam from Connecticut, and rain in south of Poughkeepsie, New York. While to the west of us, a line of rain showers stretching the line from Scranton, Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, stretching down for Pittsburgh and down for Columbus, and rain in northeastern portions of Kentucky, and rain in north of St. and east of Minneapolis, and snow from northern portions of Michigan and off the Wisconsin coast, and a number of batches of snow showers from northwestern Ohio down from northwestern and north central Pennsylvania and the 7th interior in New York State, and snow flurries in Ontario and in southern Quebec and northern Maine and several portions of New Brunswick, and rain and sleet or snow in Nova Scotia. Futurecast shows the rain will be headed towards the Maritimes of Canada by about 3 o'clock, while the number of batch be still in Pennsylvania by about 3 o'clock. And then it'll make its way towards the northwest of Connecticut by about 8:30, and then 10 o'clock it'll make its way around Springfield and Worcester. And then tomorrow morning it'll be raining in western Connecticut and western Massachusetts, and in northeastern Massachusetts while it'll be snowing from northern portions of Massachusetts and the northern Route 2 corridor from Littleton down to North Adams and up to Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, and around the capital district of Albany. Right now, temperatures in the 30s, but much of the interior sections of southern New England and Massachusetts, northern Rhode Island and Connecticut, while it's in the 40s, the low 50s in southeastern Massachusetts, Cape Bound, and coastal Rhode Island and the coastal Connecticut, while it's in the 30s, but much of northern New England, some 20s and up in New Hampshire and upper Maine, and 19 degrees in Mount Western New Hampshire. Rain may change over the snow Tuesday morning, but ending Tuesday afternoon. Some impact of the travel is possible, especially north and west of 95. Okay, looking at the forecast goes like this. This afternoon, chance rain after 5 p.m. Clouds about 59 degrees. Light variable wind becoming a westbound 5 miles an hour. Chance space is 30%. Tonight, rain like me after 2 a.m. Clouds about 35 degrees. Light variable wind. Chance space is 6%. New results is 10 inch possible for Tuesday. Rain before 5 p.m. And chance rain is so high near 41 degrees. Northern about 3 to 7 miles an hour. Chance space is 8%. Little no circulation expected Tuesday night. Chance of rain before 8 p.m. with some snow. Clouds during early evening. The gradual clearing low at 20 degrees. And west about 3 to 6 miles an hour. Chance space is 30%. New circulation less than average possible for Wednesday. Most southern parts got for 3, about 11 degrees. West blow at 3 to 7 miles. And then Thanksgiving today. Get ready for the coldest Thanksgiving day ever. Sunny, the most of the coast will be frigid cold, about 21, about 8 degrees. The coldest Thanksgiving day the city of Boston has ever had on cold temperature records was 24 degrees set back in 1901. That happened on November 20th. That happened on a Thursday. Friday, Sunday, most of the coast got about 32, about 21 degrees. For Saturday, part Sunday, most of the coast will be milder, high about 45, about 32 degrees, chance pitch is 50%. And for Sunday, chance rain, clouds about 47 degrees, chance pitch is 50%. Right now, Norton, it is overcast at 47 degrees, and that's going for the Peter Channel. New news report on this. Monday afternoon, November 19th, 2018. Peter will give a good afternoon and a good positive to the Dawson at 4 o'clock. For our 4 o'clock report, will be a good afternoon.